He's coming with me.
It's girls like you who get men like me locked away from our wives in the first place.
What does that mean?
Whores. You were the king's whore. He's dead. You're nobody now.
You can be married to her, you can be sleeping with her, but you're never gonna get in between us.
Not trying to, buddy.
I'm not trying to.
Exactly.
This is our world! Our world, Mother, and that's what love is, real love!
Agum, lembarado tu ame. David, ne aveva paura niente, ma anche morì. Ma tu non sai che significa. Easy.
Are you ready?
Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to some more Mad Men. We're at the finale of season 4, going into season 5. So I hope that some great things happen. Hopefully we get some good news before the end of this episode about the company. At least they get enough billings to keep them afloat so we can get back to business. All right, so hopefully you guys have enjoyed the reaction so far. Let me know by hitting that like button and go join the Patreon as well. See you guys right after for the review.
Still have to pack for a 7 a.m. flight, thanks to you.
Will you at least put me out of my misery before you go?
Stop it. American Cancer loved the letter, and they're gonna love you. And then you're gonna stop working and take your kids to California and have a ball.
I have this sick feeling in the pit of my stomach.
Maybe it's not all about work. Maybe that sick feeling might go away if you take your head out of the sand about the past. And you don't have to do it alone. But if you resolve some of that, you might be more comfortable with everything.
And then what happens?
And then you're stuck trying to be a person like the rest of us.
And they really do look like they kissing her.
I'll call you Tuesday when you get back.
Usually there's this kind of like fake kissing in shows and movies. But she opened her whole mouth just now to get that kiss.
What made you suddenly write that?
Well, most of it was in the letter, hopefully. I think in my heart it was an impulse, because I knew what I needed to do to move forward.
We believe, obviously, that lung cancer is avoidable and can be thwarted with the right campaign.
You actually don't have to...
Medical facts are useless.
You actually don't have to smoke to get lung cancer, but I can understand that back in the day, they felt that way. You know what I'm saying? You can get lung cancer from secondhand smoke as well. You can get lung cancer from... you know what I'm saying? I actually just lost someone last year around this time to lung cancer. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who I was very close with too. And she never smoked. Pastor. You know what I mean? Never smoked, never did any of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I know that lung cancer is not like directly linked to smoking. Okay, smoking doesn't help.
Half of us are smokers.
I'm a smoker too. Work $10 million campaigns that can't even get people to change brands. I can tell you from the inside that the business is really only about getting new smokers. They play on a two-pronged attack promising adulthood and rebellion. But teenagers are sentimental as well. Have you heard their music? I can tell you a little of what I have in mind.
I have to say, it's very interesting.
Well, you ain't gotta gaslight the guy.
Series of commercials that run during bandstand.
I mean, gas him up, not gaslight.
Show and that cigarettes are between them. That the parents are not long for this world.
But they hate their parents.
They won't be thinking about their parents. They'll be thinking about themselves. That's what they do. The truth is, they're mourning for their childhood more than they're anticipating their future, because they don't know it yet, but they don't want to die. If it helps, I can guarantee you that Lucky Strike will hate this.
Even better, the board was loaded with fat cats, just like you said.
Saran wrap would be nice. I'll take him out in the links, let him beat me.
Roger, this is a philanthropic organization. Don and I think it best if we approach from the rear. Everett Marlowe at Dow is a very charming fellow. Your father-in-law-to-be is at Corning, right? Well, they must be quite acquainted.
I think that's likely.
Well, I was thinking, wouldn't it be fun to have a foursome this weekend that includes your father-in-law, yourself, and Mr. Marlowe?
Doesn't that sound like fun?
Ken, there's no reason to be suddenly shy.
I'm sure if you impressed Everett this morning, that should be enough to get him on the phone.
How's it gonna look if I call for a meeting?
Pretty bad, I guess. I'm not Pete. Sorry about that.
No, you're obviously not. Tom Vogel is our biggest client. Unless we sign Dow, which would be yours.
I love Cynthia's dad, and I know that every account I have will eventually leave me. Well, it's not worth the risk. Cynthia's my life, my actual life.
Fine, if you want to tuck it between your legs, I'll call him. But I have to warn you, I'm going to drop your name.
Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to go service the 30% of this firm that are my clients.
They're really moving out here.
She is, but you shouldn't be here.
Are they moving today? Mrs. Draper's car is gone. I just want to say hi. Fine. I just want to say bye.
She's upstairs. Don't be long. Mrs. Francis just ran to the store.
Oh, now she's Mrs.
Glenn,
Francis.
are you decent?
Oh, Lord.
Come in.
Got rid of that Draper real fast.
I'll be able to drive in a few years. I can come visit.
Really?
Absolutely.
In a few years? Talking about,
Can send
what
you
is this, what, like
postcards.
13?
I have your address.
It's
12?
not that big a deal. I say goodbye to people all the time. Okay. Are you going to Disneyland?
Yes.
Get me something.
Glenn keeping it cool. You know what I'm saying? They weren't really doing anything. I don't, you know, sometimes. Oh, God.
I'm sorry. It's my fault.
Get out! Why do you hate me?
You don't think I know what you're doing? You could be friends with anyone.
Just because you're sad doesn't mean everybody has to be.
Oof. I know that hit her hard.
He wanted to say goodbye.
Did you leave them alone? When did you decide that you're her mother?
There's no need for that kind of talk.
You know what, Carla? I've been thinking. The distance is someone closer to the new house. This should square us for the week. Do you think I enjoy doing this? After all these years? I won't have it, Carla.
One has to look after those children.
Really? And where are your kids? Are they all doctors and lawyers?
You best stop talking now.
Where are you going?
Going to say goodbye to the children.
Do you think that's a good idea right now? It'll just upset them more. Some other time.
Wow.
Very sorry. And I know this will disrupt your plans, but I'm afraid I had to let Carla go today.
What happened?
Don, I have the children 99% of the time. This is a decision that I get to make.
Well, can't I just hire her back for the trip?
No. I don't want her poisoning the well. I told the kids she's sick.
So what the hell do I do, Betty, with no help? I have meetings.
Then don't take them. They're used to it.
We're going.
The hotel has a service, but the girls who can take care of Sally and Bobby won't watch a 2-year-old and vice versa. So
Or you could just take you.
$70.
What if I were to double that? And I'll give you some nights free, and you'll get to go to California.
I would have done the very
I don't
same
really have
thing.
Professional experience.
You'll be great. Sally loved you, and Bobby likes a pretty face.
I've never been
But
to
there's
California.
also the situation
I have
is
a
like, why
college
didn't you
friend
ask
who's been
Faye?
to visit.
But Faye has an issue with the kids, though.
Call
It
her
looks
up,
like
take a
she
night,
felt
I'll
like
foot
she
the bill.
failed the test.
Stop the advertising.
She gets to play mom for the weekend. What the hell are you doing? Yo, I'm not gonna lie though. She trying to step into this role, even though she doesn't care. A man who's of stature, high value man, if you want to say that. They like to have women that are like this, because women like this will get the provision. You know what I'm saying? They'll get the ring, but they also understand that you got needs. You know what I'm saying? Outside of the marriage. You know what I mean? And high value man likes those type of, but you know what I'm saying? That's why I've said that if you are half that stature and you can do it and the woman understands, it's the best scenario. But at the same time, I still think that men should, you know, be honorable to honor their wives and not cheat. So it's like if they're doing it, the woman understands, like, I can't hate on that. But I think they should know. I don't think you should be cheating behind your woman's back and you get praised for that because you got needs. I think that's really stupid. And a lot of that is being pushed nowadays on young men as well, to tell them, oh, go out and make all this type of money for you to be able to play in the candy shop and get all the candy you want. And you should start to operate like how all the other 1%ers are operating. I think that's bad. I think it's bad. But as I said, that's just my opinion. But whatever. But she playing her cards right. She might just get the next ring. Because right now if you're good with the kids, if I was a single dad and I see a woman that's good with my kids, that's a no-brainer for me. And if the kids like her, you know what I'm saying? It's a no-brainer for me.
I think everybody's gonna sleep very well.
I need you to come over at 7 tomorrow to watch Jean. I'll get these two breakfast on the road.
Okay. Bonne nuit, les animaux.
She's
You said
teaching
you
them
didn't have any
French.
experience, and you're like Maria von Trapp.
Professionally, but I have 4 nieces and 6 nephews.
She's got the experience.
Pick me up and move me to my bed.
Oh.
Stephanie, this is Sally and Bobby.
Hello. Hi. Who painted on the wall?
My friend Anna. She used to live here. Stephanie is her niece.
Who's Dick?
I am.
That's me. That's my nickname sometimes. Go up back and get us some lemons.
It's her engagement ring from Dawn. She wanted you to have it. Shouldn't play around with that.
That's crazy.
She going back to school?
Not for the moment.
This is gonna be nuts.
What do you
I think the girl is gonna find this ring and think it's either she's gonna find this ring or Faye is gonna find this ring. And they're gonna think that it's for them. But this foreshadowing is crazy. Let's see what happens.
This is my friend Camille. Camille, this is Dawn and Jean and Bobby and Sally. I just wanted to make sure you didn't need anything else.
No, I think we're okay.
I'm in here.
I'm sorry. Everyone was late, and then it took 3 of them to light the pilot on the water heater. What did she want?
You know what she wanted. You fired her and didn't tell me.
I didn't want her invoking your sympathies.
Why did you fire her?
Because I don't trust her judgment.
She said you wouldn't give her a letter of recommendation. How long did the woman work for you? I know she doesn't steal. What did she do? And don't tell me it's just about the neighbor boy.
Sally is not allowed to see him. Carla said...
I don't understand what you're doing. You didn't want to move because you wanted the kids to have some stability. And then you get rid of their nanny since they were born?
I'm entitled to that.
There is no fresh start. Lives carry on.
Once could you take my side?
No one's ever on your side, Betty.
Hey. You know, I have to pat myself on the back. You know what I mean? I don't have to pat myself on the back because I saw all this coming. You know what I'm saying? You think the grass is greener on the other side, and it turns out not to be. Not to say that Don treated her well. You know what I'm saying? This is who Betty has become. She became this person, and people could say that, you know, as I've said multiple times before, Don is a horrible person. What he did to Betty was not warranted. He could have had his marriage perfectly fine and had a good marriage and put his foot down about certain things. And if he didn't cheat, he would still have his wife. But the stuff that Betty has been doing after, we can't stop there and not criticize her or say anything about her actions, because a lot of stuff that she's doing right now, the way how she acts towards Sally, that was so irrational and just weird. The way how she fired Carla and all of that, just so impulsive about everything. And all of this is coming from the fact that, you know what I'm saying, like she just wants to get revenge on Don. And none of this is hurting Don. Don is perfectly fine. And this is the thing, man. You got to move on. And as Henry is trying to tell her, it's just like you can't keep. Oh, I want a fresh start. Fresh start from what? Fresh start from what? Your kid growing up and having a friend? You know what I'm saying? If I'm in that situation, all I'm going to say to her is just that, oh, make sure you're not doing anything like inappropriate or anything. You know, if he does anything inappropriate, let me know. Right? But her having a friend like that is not a problem. I don't have a problem with girls hanging out with a boy by herself when they're that age, because more than likely, as long as you're keeping a close eye on it, I don't think anything will go wrong. But if something does, you got to let her know that it's okay to tell me if something does happen. But you don't just rip the relationship off and then you're going to tell off the boy too. Like, it's insane to me how she's acting. You know what I'm saying? And Henry has a right to be mad at it, because it's like, you're never really, I mean, you know, you don't want to raise your own kids. Let's just keep it a buck, man. Let's just keep it a buck. Like, I love early season Betty, because she was a lot more hands-on with her kids, but now she's just kind of like, and that's why Carla had to throw it in there and be like, someone has to raise these kids. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, Don is always busy. You know what I mean? So, you know, he gets to come home in the afternoon, spend a little time with them, play with them. So he always gets to be the hero. And I understand. That's why I said I love early season Betty, because a lot of the stuff that she was talking about was very true. A lot of the stuff that, when it comes on to the kids and the taking care of the kids and the whole thing, he's always working and stuff like that. Those are all true things that most married couples go through. You get what I'm saying? Most of that. And trust me, when fathers are at work and not spending time with their kids, they miss their kids. And some people might think that, oh, we want to come home, you know, in the evening and be the hero, and the kids are all over us because they miss us all day. They don't really see us that often, or whatever the situation. They think we want to be there. Like, we wish we could be home too. And then nothing would be provided. You get what I'm saying? But because we have to go out, we have to do these things, we have to provide, somebody has to work, somebody has to make money. You know what I'm saying? And in my opinion, the men are supposed to do that. You know what I mean? I believe so. You know, if you can get yourself to a place where, you know, you can make enough that your woman don't have to work, I think that would be ideal. You know what I'm saying? Some people would say it's not realistic in this day and time. You need two incomes to, you know, to be in a household for it to function these days. You know, so the man and the woman has to work. That's the reality of things. But ideally, if you can, if men can, I think they would want their wife home taking care of the kids. You know, I believe so. That's just me. Betty's out of pocket because she can't make up her mind. She wanted to stay because of stability. Now all of a sudden she wants to move, and then you fire their nanny like it was nothing.
I heard you come in, and I wanted to go over the plan for tomorrow for Disneyland.
Do you think I should be involved in such high-level decisions?
She knows what you knock on the door for, bro.
Come outside with me. It's so beautiful here.
You have fun with your friend?
She's an actress now. She's in 2 episodes of Hogan's Heroes. She told me I could never do it because of my teeth. I didn't even want to be an actress.
She does have, you do have buck teeth though.
I love your teeth.
Let's keep it 100. You know what I'm
I
saying?
took elocution lessons when I moved to New York.
Dad, this man can't stay faithful to nobody, bro.
I've been thinking about you so much.
Obviously. It's because it's simple. It's because she's good with the kids.
I was gonna miss you so much anyway.
You don't know anything about me.
But I do. You don't know enough.
That you ever could have hurt.
I've done a lot of things.
I know who you are now.
Okay, I'm laughing to myself because he just said, I've done a lot of things. Nigga, what are you talking about? Why is he acting like he's done like he killed somebody in a past life or something? Don don't really have a good track record with secretaries. I mean, coming from Peggy.
I don't want to confuse them.
You know, I think it was Peggy. Then the next one he had ended up marrying Sterling. And then the next one he slept with, told him off. Then the next one died.
I need to know. I don't know why.
Because you're afraid?
Then here we are with another one.
Be.
Hey, she plays her card right. She could get the ring before Faye does.
Cosgrove and Patricia.
Hey.
You.
Sit.
Great.
Don't be upset. It's just a milkshake. And this is my last dress.
She's really good with them. You know that Betty would have been like, "You're not gonna say nothing, Dom? You're not gonna say nothing?"
Is it late?
Couldn't sleep. I just kept thinking about you.
I'm right here.
I don't know what it is about you. I feel like myself when I'm with you. But the way I always wanted to feel. Because I'm in love with you, Megan. And I think I have been for a while.
Don. Oh my goodness.
Somebody's dreaming. This has got to be a dream. This has got to be a dream. This has got to be a dream, bro. I don't believe this shit.
I thought I couldn't imagine not seeing you there every morning.
Nah, Don is dreaming, bro. There is no way Don just did this just now. There's no way. What?
I don't know what to say. This is all so fast.
Think of the number of things that had to happen for me to get to know you.
No.
But everything happened. What does that mean?
Oh, no, it doesn't mean that you just proposed to the woman. Bruh.
Yes. Yes.
You gotta be kidding me. I didn't think it would happen. Now?
How long have you been thinking about this?
It's been in my family.
Yeah.
You're someone very important to me.
I don't believe this.
You tell everybody.
Oh. Okay.
I can't, bro. I can't. Did this really just happen just now? I was here saying that if she plays her card right, she could get the ring before Faye. Faye thinking that Don is coming back. Yo, Don is a shitty person, man. Like, I can't stop saying it because he makes these decisions sometimes. And as much as I'm happy for this girl, as much as I'm happy for her, I'm thinking about Faye and what she's gonna think. And you all know that I want to see him with Peggy, not Megan. But she's a nice girl. Like, I can't deny the fact that she's nice. But Faye gets screwed in the end. Like, it's not her fault. Don is just a shitty... Bro, this man just causes so much issues for himself. Like, what are you gonna do when you get back to New York? What are you planning to do? When Faye steps in and realize, oh, you got engaged over a weekend? Bruh.
I have an announcement to make, and it shouldn't change anything here except for me, and maybe for Joan, but Miss Calvé and I are getting married.
Megan.
Really? Congratulations, Don.
Just out of the blue like that.
Megan out there.
Yeah, I know it's a surprise, but she makes me very happy. It's something we both want very much.
Well, let's get her in here.
How exciting for you.
I know. I can't believe it.
I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone right now. I can't believe this is happening, bro. Like this.
Megan, could you get us some ice?
No.
I'm teasing. You done? This is the way to behave.
Faye walks
garden
into the
just
office right now.
No. What do you say? What's going on?
They're getting married.
Really?
Oh, congratulations.
That's incredible. You must be so happy.
I don't know what is happening right now. Hey, yo. Oh, man. I was rooting. I think Peggy was kind of holding out, to see what's going to happen with Don. But she wasn't really, because of that moment she had with Don, maybe she thought. But she never really explicitly says anything to Don.
Wow.
It's been going on a while. But I appreciate your concern.
And I'm happy for you. Both of you.
There's one thing about Peggy, though. She's never,
very beautiful.
She's never taken any of it personal.
I know she admires you just as much as I do.
That's the thing about Peggy, man. If Peggy wasn't so hung up on her work, man, she could have got the in. Because he's saying the same thing. It's like, yo.
It was Dr. Miller again.
You know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, she reminds me of you. But the thing about it is, like, that's the other thing, too. Men don't like to marry their work. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever could be on your mind.
Believe it?
Happens all the time. I'll probably make her a copywriter. He's not going to want to be married to his secretary.
Really? Is that what he meant? You know, I just saved this company. I signed the first new business since Lucky Strike left. But it's not as important as getting married. Again.
Well, I was just made director of agency operations.
That's bullshit.
But it's the truth, though. I mean, she said the truth. I hate to be pausing so much. This is the final episode. Deal with it. She's talking the truth. Pretty face comes along. But it's not just about the pretty face, though. It's the pretty face and the stuff that you provide. If a woman is providing you that kind of peace that he talks about, and he was telling her, is just like, you make me just feel like me again. It's very simple. And the thing about it is that nowadays they want men to be so complicated. And we're just like, yo, just don't be argumentative. Just bring me peace. That's all I ask for. If I'm bringing in the bread, you know what I'm saying? And that's all you got to do. I think that's very easy to do. She got the ring because that's what she was provided. In a short amount of time, she proved to him, I can be good with your kids. I can be your peace. You know what I'm saying? He looked at her. When Sally spilled the milkshake, I think that was the moment, the way how she handled that. She didn't scream at Sally because she knows that was Betty, go-to. It's like, oh, go to your room, blah, blah, blah. I get it. You're dealing with stuff. And I know she's had the experience of dealing with stuff in a more calmer manner. She makes sure he's okay. All these other stuff. It's the care that matters. You know what I mean? I love it. It's the care that matters, man.
Starting to worry you were ill or
she's
something.
Miller.
I need to talk to you.
Well, I was gonna come by at lunch anyway. What is going on?
Something happened, and I'd like to talk to you about it face to face.
I'm not gonna have some conversation and have to sit through coffee afterwards. Just get to it.
Secondhand embarrassment. I got engaged in California.
Very important to me.
Yo, I'm embarrassed in this situation.
So you're not going to put an ad in the New York Times saying you never liked me?
Faye.
And I hope she knows you only like the beginnings of things. Goodbye.
I just had to let go off.
It's fine.
So she knew that he was seeing her. Man, could you ask for her? I can't hate. The thing about it is, like, I can't hate on her. You know what I'm saying?
And he's smiling like a fool, like he's the first man that ever married his secretary.
Mrs. Truxton?
No, it's me.
It's Tuesday at 7. I thought I told you I had a listing appointment with the real estate agent.
Remember this place?
I do. Isn't that what you wanted?
I don't know, Don. Things aren't perfect.
So you'll move again.
That's the harsh truth,
Much
ain't it?
change.
It's just like,
Made everything difficult.
a lot of the stress that Betty faces is caused by herself. I'm getting
met
married.
someone. I'm engaged.
Bethany Van Nuys.
No. Someone at work.
Oh. I'm very happy for you.
Are you though?
It's okay, Betty.
I don't know why I'm surprised. Is she your secretary? I know she watched the kids in California.
Yes. So I will see you the weekend after next. Was that the 23rd?
I think so.
Thank you.
That shit still stings, man. You can see that she still loves Don, and Don still got love for her too. You know what I'm saying? Whoa. I mean, and in some ways, I know people probably thinking it felt rushed, felt like they just rushed this into this, but to me, it makes perfect sense. But at the same time, it just, because it's still surprising. And I think that it caught me off guard because I didn't expect it to happen so fast. Because then, you know, everything happened in the same episode, so it didn't felt like something that was, you know, grown to fruition. Because, you know what I mean, like, what can you say, man? What can you say? These things happen. These things do happen. And when it comes on to stuff like this, men are very, very impulsive about stuff like this, especially if they feel like they really see somebody that could give them that kind of peace, no turmoil and stuff like that. And Faye could have been that as well. It's just that she she said she failed the test with the kids. She's not good with the kids at all. And I think that's where when we calculate that as men, when we calculate that, we're like, yo, I'm seeing this girl, I'm seeing that girl. That one is not good with my kids. This one is. Which one is more beneficial? Which one you would think a man would fall in love with first? Because I don't think he was in love with Faye. That's not to say that what he did was not shitty. It was a shitty thing to do. But I believe he really was looking at her different. He was looking at Megan totally different. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine where Megan is coming from? Megan is the girl that was crying. The girl that was crying. You remember when they were telling their stories in the room when Faye was in there doing the I don't think it was a test, it was just a question. They were doing like a I don't remember what they call it, but it's like they were on the other side watching. They started, she started crying in the room. That's where Megan is coming from. A character that we would have never thought would have even ended up being Don's secretary. But she's always had an eye for Don. You know what I mean? And that's crazy because the way how even Peggy was talking, Peggy was like, man, I think that in no uncertain terms, that if that night or that even that morning when they held hands, trying to figure out that thing after that debacle that she helped him through when he was drunk and all this other stuff, I think if she had said something about it, I think Don would have been with Peggy. But she didn't say nothing. And now it was a surprise to her, just as much as it is for me. Just looking from the perspective of what she could have done in that situation to lock Don down. I think if she had said something at that point, I think Don would have probably taken her instead of Megan. But she didn't do anything. And a lot of times in those circumstances, like, because they're working together, she might not say nothing, he might not say nothing. And the thing about it is that also they have this great friendship as well that maybe Don doesn't want to lose. So it's like, I don't know if it'll ever happen, but I don't know, man. Because I think if the thing about it is that with Megan is, if Don wants to go out and, be with some other girl, she'll be cool with it. You know what I'm saying? So Don has found himself in probably like the perfect situation right now. You're married to the woman that can help out when your kids are over. You can have a certain kind of relationship with her. In a way, not necessarily an open relationship, but more like you get the hall pass. You get what I'm saying? You get the unlimited hall pass. You know what I mean? With her, and she don't care because she got what she wanted, and she doesn't care. So I can't hate on that. I can't hate on it. But terrible thing to Faye. You know what I'm saying? He I don't know, man. This episode was great. At least something happened. At least they got a new account before the season ended. So, hopefully the beginning of next season is them just trying to build more and more on top of that. We'll see where the relationships has progressed. We'll see where they progress. But in any case, guys, I don't have much to say else. I've said enough. We're an hour or something. This season was great. Probably one of my favorite seasons of the show so far. I'm not even gonna front. I think this was one of my favorite seasons of the show so far. A lot of things happened. Joan, of course, I'm wondering if she kept the baby, because when she was standing in an earlier scene, when she was talking to Lane, right? When she was talking to Lane, Mr. Price, when she was talking to him, I was like, why does Joan look like she's still pregnant? Like, because her stomach was poking out a little bit, and I was like, wait a minute, Joan doesn't usually have that poke out belly like that, like, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't say anything, but I was thinking it because I was looking at it. I was like, did she, you know what I'm saying? Is she pregnant? But I was like, no, she just had an abortion. Maybe it's just weight, you know what I'm saying? But it seems like she kept the baby because she's telling her husband that's wherever country he's at serving, telling him that, she is pregnant and going to see the doctor and whatnot. So I'm wondering if she kept the child. How are you going to hide this from Roger? Because it's like, this dude has been gone. I mean, as much as you want to say this and that and whatever, at the end of the day, this might be Roger's kid. It might be. Because if she didn't have the abortion and she decided to keep it, but tell him, hey, she did go, but we don't know if she did go she went to the abortion clinic, but I don't know if she actually got the operation or not, because the lady that she met in the hallway with her, you know what I'm saying, And it's like, it's weird because she even pretended like she wasn't there by herself when she was talking to this lady too. So I don't know what's gonna happen to that. It seems like Cooper is gone. It seems like Cooper said, I'm out, bro. You know what I'm saying? We've created a monster and he dipped. This is insane what's going on right now, but this has been wonderful, man. Love season 4. Mad Men is definitely one of my favorite shows to watch now. Definitely. It's just great, man. It's just great TV. Love these characters. Leave a like, leave a comment. I'll see you guys for season 5, man. I'm out. Peace.